The ABCs of Willie's favorite Atari 2600 games is brought to you in part by Arcade USA, the Atari 2600 Game-by-Game podcast, David Crane, Jack Black, the letter P, the number 18, and viewers like you. Thank you.
Well, hey everyone, time again for another Willie's ABCs of favorite Atari 2600 games. Today's episode is brought to you by the letter P. P for Pitfall! Yes! I love Pitfall. I got this for Christmas back in '83, if I remember right. I remember seeing it advertised in a newsletter that Activision just put out called the Activision's newsletter. And I just had to have it. So I asked for it for Christmas, and I got it for Christmas that year. Played the game for hours on Christmas Day. To the point it was driving my parents nuts, hearing that constant jumping noise on the TV. So I had to go upstairs and play it on my black and white TV the rest of the day, which I didn't care. It was a game, and I loved it. David Crane programmed this. Now, David Crane is the founding member, one of the founding members of Activision itself. Really great guy. He does a lot of cool stuff in the community. I met him out at CGE 2K14 out in Las Vegas and had a nice little chat with him. Really great guy. Can't say enough about him. Anyway, let's take a look at what came in the box. Pitfall from Activision. I love the artwork on this box. Activision always made the neatest looking artwork for their game cartridges. Usually a cartoon, usually had a rainbow in them. They were just very inviting. I used to look forward to seeing these cartridges at my local store when they came out. Definitely can pick them out. Nice green cartridge in the theme of the Pitfall game itself. Has a nice little logo on the side here. I like that little graphic. Of course, on the back, it gives a little bit of history of the game. Conceived and designed by David Crane for one fearless fortune hunter at a time. Awesome. And of course, just like Atari, they have stories. So let's read the story here. Let me introduce myself. I'm Pitfall Harry, veteran jungle explorer. Fortune hunting's my game and yours too, if you're daring enough to take this trip with me. Don't be nervous. I'll be your guide through the jungle, and I'm one of the best. Untold witches are waiting for us in there. Witches? Riches. But so are dangers a dozen times over. We'll be swinging on vines over bottomless tar pits. We'll be hopping across swamps, using crocodile heads like stepping stones. We'll be searching underground through dark passageways, crawling with killer scorpions. So pack up your backpack and meet me at the jungle at dawn. And we'll be off to seek a king's ransom in gold, diamonds, and lost treasures in Pitfall Harry's Jungle Adventure. Awesome. I actually picked this game up at one of my favorite game stores over in Greensboro, North Carolina, Lost Ark Video Games. He got a whole bunch of these traded in from some lady. I guess her son passed away or something, had a really big retro collection. I don't know the full story. But he had quite a few of these, a bunch of them, all in really great condition. So I was able to pick one up. I think they were like $15 a piece or something like that. So inside the box, of course, we have our Pitfall cartridge. Love the artwork, matches the box. And this one has a little bit of Actaplat going on, which is unfortunate. Over time, as these things get older and older, you start seeing these little black blotches appear, which is a shame. And also in the box we have our instruction manual. A nice full color instruction manual. Oh yeah. Really nice looking. The Activision limited warranty. It goes over the gameplay, some of the treasures you'll find, like diamond ring, gold bar, silver bar, money bag. Goes through the game screen and all the different things you'll be fighting on here. Very simple controls. You use the joystick to move right and left, climb up and down ladders, use the button to jump. It's a pretty easy little game to play. The game has over 255 screens, and you have like 20 minutes to get through the jungle to try to see how high a score you can get within that 20 minutes. Typically, I know I can usually get over 20,000 every time I play, which was more than enough to get the Explorers Club, the patch. If you score 20,000 points or more on 81 of your adventures with Harry, you'll be eligible to join the prestigious organization. Just send us a picture of your TV screen showing your score, and we'll present you with a special Explorers Club membership emblem. Awesome. Yeah, that was not very hard to do for me. And I did get the patch. I wish I still had it. I sold it years ago. Oh well. One of those things. And another thing I like about Activision games is they actually put like a little bio of the program. David Crane, really great guy. I met him at Classic Gaming Expo 2014 out in Las Vegas. Talked to him for just a little bit. Really super nice guy. Ferg on the Atari 2600 Game by Game podcast did a real nice interview with David as well when Ferg did the Pitfall episode for his 100th episode, I believe. David Crane, a senior designer at Activision. He's one of the founding members, actually. Did Dragster, love that game. Fishing Derby, another game I love. Laser Blast, oh yeah, I love that game. Freeway, oh yeah. And Grand Prix, oh my gosh, I love Grand Prix. Such a fun game. He describes the game a little bit, gives some tips in here, which is really cool. And of course, you get an Activision catalog to show what's coming up. Winter, spring, 83, River Raid, full color. Oh man, ooh, Sequest. I love Sequest. Activision games are so friggin' awesome. I love the Activision game line. Especially Kaboom. Ooh, I love Kaboom. It's a great game. A lot of great games here. And of course, they talk about their little newsletter. I actually signed up for that and used to get that newsletter. That's how I initially found out about Pitfall, was in one of the newsletters they sent out, they showed a picture of the box and David Crane, and they talk about the game coming out in the fall. I was so stoked, so I asked for it for Christmas that year, and I did get it. And there's all the patches. Look at all them freaking patches. And there's the Explorers Club patch. Awesome. Pretty cool. Alright. That's enough talking. Let's plug this thing in and see how well I do. Yeah. Alright, let's play some Pitfall. Da-da, da-da-da-da. Alright, here we go. It's like you got 20 minutes to find all the gold bars, which I think I've done maybe once or twice. And all the times I've been playing this game, ooh. Watch out for the scorpion and the snakes. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Oh, I love this part. I like how he does the Tarzan yell. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, that was close. Looking for a gold bar. Looking for a gold bar. I loved this game back then. I played it for hours when I got it for Christmas. Still quite a bit of a fun game to play, even today. I mean, Activision made some really good games back then. Oh, I hate this part. Close your mouth. Oop. Ooh, ooh. Jump. Oh. Ooh. Jump and jump. Yay. Huh? Ooh, money bag. Awesome. Ooh, the disappearing pit. And go. Dun, 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 dun. Oh! Also, it's funny when you run across a log.
It makes like a fart noise. Ooh, the dreaded fire. Ooh. Oh, 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 go, 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 jump. Yes. Another diamond. Oh, 20,000 points. Awesome. Oop. Ooh. Oh, yeah, gold bar. Oh, ooh. That was close. Another gold bar. 28,000. Yes. Avoid the pit. Go ahead, swing. Oop. Oh. Oh, no, you don't. And... fire. Snake. Run, Harry! I know I'm going backwards playing this game. I don't know why. This is how I've always played it. Going from right to left. I'm weird. I don't know. Yes! Over the pit. Lot of jumping. Oop. Bag, yes, 30,000 points. Gold bar, 34. Oh, you're supposed to jump the log in, dummy. Oh. Ooh, silver bar. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, that was close. Oh! I got a little too greedy. Well, I got 37,558 points. Awesome. What a great game. Well, let's give some final thoughts on the game and my top 2 picks from the letter P category as runner-ups.
So what are my final thoughts on Pitfall from Activision? Love this game. It's definitely worth having in the collection if you're a Atari 2600 buff. Still holds up today. Some really great gameplay. Love this game. Now what were a couple of my runner-ups for my selection for favorite games in the P category? The first one was Phaser Patrol by Starpath. I remember getting this game back then. I was a big Star Raiders fan on the Atari home computers. Loved Star Master by Activision, but Phaser Patrol was really, really awesome on the 2600. Has a lot better graphics to it. The gameplay is a little bit more involved. It's actually really good Space Invaders, not Space Invaders, Star Raiders type of game. If you ever have a chance to get this game, I highly recommend it, especially getting the supercharger with it. You got to have the supercharger to play it on the original 2600. You can play it in emulation with Stella. It works just fine on there. Or you can play it on the Harmony cart on your 2600 as well. But to actually get a box copy, which I have right there with a supercharger, is the way to go. It's really cool to load that cassette tape in and play a good old game of Phaser Patrol. Another one is, of course, the sequel to Pitfall, Pitfall 2. Has a really great little soundtrack that plays as you're playing the game. I love that. It gets monotonous after a while, after hearing it, so you just hit the mute button on your TV or turn this volume down or whatever. But it took the Pitfall gameplay and really expanded it, where you have like little checkpoints you have to get past. So if you die or get hit by a creature, you actually go back to your last past checkpoint. So it adds a lot of strategy to the game, trying to get through all the different levels without getting hit by a creature and get sent all the way back. Of course, as you get sent back, your score goes down. It deducts points from your score. The farther you are away, the more points gets deducted. So you really got to be careful what you're doing to try to get to that next checkpoint. Anyway, what are some of your thoughts on Pitfall from Activision? What are some of your favorite games that begin with the letter P on the 2600? Comment down below. It'll be interesting to see what you guys have to say about it. And as always, thanks for watching.